We are about to take you on a tour around the globe and introduce you to some exciting exotic spices. Can the fresh produce grocer plant that seed of victory, or will the Southern Eclectic Belle bring home the win? Find out in this brand new episode of Show Me Chefs.
My Southern cooking style is what I take is traditional Southern meals, and we kind of put our own spin on them. I think today with the changing cuisines, everyone being more merging different worlds together, that's kind of what I do in my kitchen, just experiment. My earliest food memory would be in the kitchen with my grandmother when she was baking. Just her ability to memorize and her ingredients, her recipes, and put them together and have something beautiful for the dinner for us. I never really wanted to be a chef. I think it's something that I just kind of merged into. I would be doing if I wasn't blessed to be a chef, but probably be interior designer. That's kind of like what I like to do. I have a degree in business, but I think that's my passion, something I liked before this. I decided to compete on Show Me Chef Season 4. I thought it would challenge my skills. I love to be competitive. I watch a lot of cooking shows, so I'm kind of excited to see if I can really excel in a limited time and with unknown ingredients.
What got me interested in this industry would probably be just cooking at home with my mother, and then just cooking out of a necessity for a job. I started out washing dishes. When I finally started cooking then, I kind of fell in love with it, and it just, my love for food grew from there. I've been working for Mama Jean's for the last 3 years. My personal mission as a chef right now, just currently clean eating, healthy food, as local as possible. At home on the barbecue grill is where my real passion is. I love doing that. Just putting flame to meat is really satisfying for me. I've been cooking professionally for going on 13 years now. The biggest challenge for me in my career up to this point will probably end up being Show Me Chefs. There's some good competition out there, and it'll be a lot of fun, but it also should be very challenging. My personal vision for the future is to one day have my own little spot, my own little restaurant, and just be able to do whatever I want food-wise every day. All the chefs out there that want their own restaurants, I want you to know, start building your credit so you can actually get a loan and get your own spot. That's what I wish I would have known. All right, and I just want to say hi to my son, Jody Easter. Hey, Daddy's on TV.
So today for the first round, we are going to be doing an appetizer round. You will have 20 minutes to utilize the mystery ingredients and create a succulent dish for our judges. Of course, you will have full access to the pantry, generously provided by Cisco, as well as the spice rack provided by Chabom Teas and Spices. Now, keep in mind that the winner of this round will have a little bit of an extra advantage in the entree round, whereas the loser will have to deal with a penalty. We are about to take a whirlwind tour around the globe and introduce you to some spices that are sure to heat up any dish. Are you ready to see your mystery ingredients?
Yes.
Let's do it. You'll be crafting your appetizers using beets, endive, ground sumac from Chabom Teas and Spices, and feta from the order at Hotel Vandervoort.
As soon as the mystery basket was revealed, I definitely got a little more nervous. I hadn't had much experience with a lot of those items, and I didn't really know what to do. I had no game plan right off the bat.
All right, chefs, you know the rules. Your 20 minutes begins now. It is time now to meet our episode's judges. First off the bat, we have Season 3 champion, Chef Anna Davis. Thank you so much for being here today. We're excited to have you. And then from Leong's Asian Diner, the birthplace of Springfield cashew chicken, we have Chef Wing Leong.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you. And of course, our returning head judge, Angelo Wannithantri. Hello again.
Hello, hello.
It's like I never see you.
Exactly, right?
I'm so excited. We have a great panel, great cooks. What are we thinking so far?
Well, it is exciting. Love to have Anna and Wing, by my side to judge this round.
Right, and it's interesting for you too, I bet, to be on this side of things.
It is. It's very exciting. And
No
knowing
stress,
what they're
right?
going through. Oh, they're still stressed watching them.
But a different kind of
Yeah.
stress. Well, let's see what they're up to.
Joey went for the oranges.
Yeah.
She went for the potatoes and onions.
Yeah.
And
And the
jalapenos.
others. Yep.
Chef Kim,
Yes.
where you go? Without giving you, a dish, what angle
You
are
know
you
what?
going on?
When I get there, I'm gonna give it to you.
Is
Because
that how you
right
gonna
now,
do
I'm
that?
still trying to figure it out. But this is something a little
I'll
different
know when
right
I
here.
know.
We used to make Harvard beets, but I don't think this is gonna work with that because it's a little
Okay.
bit kind of sweet, so I don't think this is gonna work.
I felt, how am I going to incorporate these ingredients to actually be palatable for someone to really like this. So I came up with a warm salad and went with the jalapenos and some of the potatoes and tried to saute them in the pan. And they were not sauteing right, and so I had to get some wine, and the wine helped melt the feta cheese in there.
All right, chefs, there is 10 minutes. 10
Kim's kind
minutes.
of keeping her dish too close to her. She's not giving much information, but I know she's going in 2 saute pans going, and on the same token, Chef Joey, I think it's is it a salad or what do you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh,
No,
would
I
you-
wasn't trying to cook the beets or waste time with that. We'll just go straight with a raw beet salad.
So this is kind of in your wheelhouse that you would probably go at Mama Jean's, correct?
Yeah, it's something I could definitely see us doing something similar to that.
It took me a couple minutes before I figured out exactly what I was going to be doing. I was looking around, kind of scrambling. I was going to use the mangoes at first. They were no good, so I switched gears and went right to the oranges. And
We are here at the Pairings Bar visiting with Mary Cooksey from Hotel Vandevort to see what she has for us to pair with these delicious appetizers. What have you got for us, Mary?
Today I have Missouri Spirits Black Walnut Infused Vodka with orange cream citrate, which is like a bitters tincture, basically, and then tonic water and tarragon syrup.
Fantastic. How long does it take to infuse that?
So we do the infusion in a sous vide for about 2 hours at 160 degrees.
Potent.
That brightens anything up right there.
Lovely. Look at that.
Well, Anna, Chef Leong, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
Always a
Cheers.
pleasure.
It is fun. Oh, wow. One more time.
Okay,
A big
so
thank you to Mary at Hotel Vandevort, coming up with this beautiful concoction. And I gotta hand it to her. She's a true mixologist, and she has done, for the past episodes, all the drinks that, complement the mystery basket.
Right.
It's beautiful.
I started working in restaurants when I was 16 and started bartending at 18 when I was in Texas. What got me interested in the industry is the creativity, the fast-paced environment, and the amazing people that you get to meet. My vision for the future is to continue working with the Hotel Vandevort bar program and seeing where I can take that. I'd really like to see Springfield become elevated in the beverage and food culture in the United States. After I graduate and have more funds saved up, I would like to open my own bar. I do take a focus on reinventing classics. So you look at some of these pre-prohibition style cocktails, and I really like taking my own personal spin on it. I would say hands down the local Springfield favorite cocktail that we prepare is going to be the smoked old fashioned. People should know when they come to the order that it doesn't matter what you look like or what you're wearing, what you like to drink. We want everyone to feel welcome and feel at home just like we do.
Today's word of the day is piquant. Piquant is when a food has a strong, slightly sour, slightly spicy taste and smell.
So Chef Kim went to the saute pan and cooked the beets.
5 minutes, chef.
Right.
I would eat that for breakfast.
So I'm kind of curious how the feta is used
Yeah.
on her side.
Oh, she did already use it.
Huh?
She used it already.
She did?
Well, it's out of, there's nothing in the jar.
No, you're
Yeah.
right.
Oh. That'll give it a nice
Little
pop.
surprise right there.
Yeah.
I didn't even know she used the fryer.
Yeah.
And Chef Joey's kind of taking his time, looking at the clock. So
All right,
keep in
30
mind.
seconds on that clock.
So what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to keep everything light and fresh, not trying to overcomplicate the dish. I don't want to like stretch myself too thin, and I wanted to leave myself plenty of time for
6,
plating.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job,
always
Chef.
are.
Great job. All right, Chef Kimsha, you are up first. Please tell the judges about your delicious looking appetizer.
What I tried to make is a warm beet salad. We go ahead and we put the cheese inside. I use some little wine in it and the sumac. Try and put that in there well, and I just some red hot sauce and fried egg on top so that when you go ahead and bust it in the middle, the yolk should run down and should kind of coat your lettuce and things like that with it.
Are the beets cooked?
I think the beets are a little crunchy.
Yeah.
But the time frame, maybe like them a little bit thinner.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much, Chef Kimsha. Chef Jody, you are up next. Please explain to the judges your delicious looking appetizer.
Okay, so I was just trying to keep it simple, something real light and fresh. I took the Endive and I just tossed it in a little bit of a wasabi orange juice vinaigrette. And then I just threw it on the grill for a little bit, just kind of give it a smoky flavor. I didn't really know how to use the sumac. So I put a little bit of it on the oranges, just to add another layer there.
Well, I mean, it's a very crisp, clean salad you made.
Yeah, I really like the smoked flavor. It gives it a little extra dimension than just a regular salad.
Yeah.
Presentation was good. I like the segmented oranges and the sumac. You can taste it.
Well, thank you so much,
Appreciate
Chef Jody. All right, the judges need to deliberate. So as they do that, chefs, please leave the kitchen. All right, now that the chefs have left, we can feel free to talk about them behind their backs.
So, Chef Anna, what do you think of Chef Jody's?
I thought he did a good job with flavor. He did it was light, the dressing, and then by grilling that endive, I think that really helped having that smoky taste. But I think he could have done more, like he didn't do anything with the feta. The sumac, he just put a little bit on top.
Yeah.
I did like how he cut his oranges, actually. That presentation and the beets, they were a perfect thickness.
Yeah.
But the flavor combinations on this plate, there's a lot of different things going on. Did you feel that the flavors went well together or that they kind of combated each
Well,
other?
to be honest with you, I know Kim did a lot of things, but when I took a bite of that beet, I didn't feel any salt. I don't know why I was needing in my mouth. When I tasted it, I'm like, I mean, it has
You were wanting a salty flavor? And
not just salty, but it needed a little more seasoning.
So it sounds like we can figure out a winner pretty easily.
Let's see.
All right, great. Let's bring back in our chefs. All right, the judges have deliberated, and I think that we have come to a decision.
The winner by 2 points is Chef Kim.
When I heard the results, I was, my heart just like, oh, you can continue on now, and maybe you can probably win this, just do better in the next round.
All right, well, congratulations, Chef Kimsha. Don't worry, Chef Jody, we still have a way for you to pull ahead in the competition. We're getting ready for our entree round. You will have 35 minutes to craft the perfect entree utilizing mystery ingredients. However, there's a little bit of a catch in this round. Before we start the timer, we are going to give you each only 1 minute to find everything you need from that pantry. After that minute, you will not be able to go back to the pantry to find any ingredients.
Oh no, it was my initial reaction to the time limit.
Chef Kimsha, because you won the last round, you will get an additional 30 seconds halfway through time to go back and get anything else that you can think of at that time. Now, Chef Jody, since you lost the first round, we have a little bit of a penalty for you, but it's a fun penalty. You are going to have to utilize an extra ingredient on top of these mystery ingredients. And here to tell you just a little bit more about that is Joey Fiddick.
Okay, Chef Jody, since you lost, we're gonna go ahead and have you pick a fruit. The number correlates with an item on this tray. Are we ready?
What are these mystery items?
These mystery items are a delicious seaweed snack, our summer raspberry sauce, mwah.
Come on, some
Then we've got rose petals and bitter melon.
Ooh.
That's a bitter face for a bitter melon. Choose the form of your destructor. That's either a 3 or a W.
Since you're a winner, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the rose petals. Are you ready?
There you go. All right. All right, chefs, are you ready to see your mystery ingredients? All right, let's do it. This round, you'll need to use tri-tip beef from Dove Creek Wagyu, Big Bluff Tome cheese from Terrell Creek, Korean pears, turnips, Thai ginger, salt, and crystallized ginger from Chabom Tea and Spices. All right, chefs, you know the rules. You have your mystery ingredients. Your 1-minute pantry time starts now. It's better to grab too much than too little. We're at 30 seconds.
The other ingredients were just screaming Asian to me for some reason, so I just grabbed Asian sauces.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, pantry time is over.
Pantry run aspect was a little frustrating because your mind is going so fast because you really don't know what you're gonna cook. So I just started grabbing everything.
Your 35 minutes starts now.
I mean,
Judges, does salt count?
No, you
It's
can
on
go
our
salt and
grill?
pepper. Yeah, you
Fine.
can go back to, yeah.
Oh, because it's not even on there.
Thank
yet.
you.
Oh, yeah, salt, that's yours. I mean, anytime. Salt and
Just-
pepper.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I loved the ingredients. You know, tri-tip is like one of my favorite things to cook.
Are you getting a little relaxed, cooking it, getting into the mode now?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So you
still.
cut the tri-tip into small pieces. You kind of.
Yes. We're gonna kind of maybe like saute it a little bit and stack it. It's more of an Asian theme. I'm thinking I'm going that way.
Okay.
As I was looking down at the mystery basket ingredients, at first I was like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it in Asian style. And as I went to go and grab the ingredients, they weren't there. Jody had took everything, so I had to go another plan on something else.
So while you're cooking, can you talk a little bit?
Yes, I can.
Tell us
a little
about
bit.
your nice restaurant.
It's in Waynesville, Missouri, right
Waynesville, Missouri.
outside of Fort Leonard Wood. What we do is we do Southern cooking, and what I do is I take my traditional recipes from my family, and I kind of upspin them a little bit. Anything Southern that, you know, you've had before, that's what we do down there.
Grew up cooking with your grandmother?
Yes, I did. My grandmother, my mother, all of us.
Like I mentioned, beware of the cook that grew up cooking with grandmother.
Yes, that's
Yep,
what they say.
Now, curious about your name. How did you come up with your name for your restaurant?
Well, the thing about it was a term in German. It's a Southern thing. You know, when someone says something or someone's feeling bad, honey child, please, you don't have to worry about anything. And it's kind of catchy.
It's just catchy.
Yeah, when I tell someone,
It's fun
what's the
to
name of
say.
your restaurant? They be like, I say, honey child, please. And you're from the South. She's like, why you being smart with me? I'm like, no, that's the name of the restaurant.
Chef Jody, how long have you been with Mama Jean's?
Since the opening, since a little bit before the opening of MJ's Marketed Deli, so a little over three years.
They've been such a good sponsor for us in the past.
Yeah, just a great company to work for all around. As far as fresh, local, organic products, it's gonna be hard to beat us, you know.
Yep.
Well, working at Mama Jean, you would be having all that great exposure to all those ingredients that
Yes.
you're probably pretty comfortable with now.
You know, you're gonna have a hard time finding some ingredients that make me feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Today, the chefs are using Wagyu beef from Dove Creek Wagyu in Mountain Grove. We took a little trip out there to see how their beef is different from all the other cattle in the area.
Wagyu simply means Japanese cow.
We've been raising cattle basically our entire lives. I mean, we've been both, Michelle and I, she came from Michigan and I'm from Nebraska. We moved to Missouri. When she first brought it up that she wanted to do the Wagyu, it's like, you know, it's gotta be something totally amazing. I mean, the Angus, we're sitting there eating a steak one night and it was like very, very good. I mean, we've always had good beef. And first bite was just, wow, amazing. This Wagyu is unbelievably good, and then when you find out the health benefits about it, and the more people that we have try it back and forth and around, they said, you got to sell this stuff. So here we are.
With the Wagyu beef, the marbling in the beef is really, really good for you. It's good for you like the olive oil and avocados would be. The one that we raise it's called Akahushi. It's from the Kumamoto Prefecture there in Japan. It does have a lot of that butteriness, super tender. We just feel like it's the best of both worlds. I mean, it's very good for you and it's the best tasty beef you're gonna have.
Chef Kim, you said that you're kind of coming up with your idea right now. Is that how you like to cook? Like as
Yes.
you go?
I like to put that down. My menu is set every day. I go down there and get the feeling of what I want to do, and I just run with it from there.
Yeah.
If it tastes a little wonky, let's add some more stuff to it and see how they like it. Let's go with the flow of things.
All this talk of exotic spices and foods has me wondering, Angelo, what's the most exotic food that you've had the opportunity to try?
Well, I was born in Sri Lanka. Name one.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Okay, so I've seen
you've had it all.
quite a bit of it. Fruits and vegetables that you probably have never even heard of around
Right.
here. That
And
I've
spices
seen.
probably
Yes,
there too.
Most
that
definitely spices. Yeah.
That I've never heard of, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about you guys at home? We want to know what is the most exotic food that you've ever had. Go ahead and send us those answers via Twitter or Facebook. Right, so what are we going to pair today with the delicious food that they're making?
Well, we chose the Vigilante because everybody seems to be a little vigilant today. So it is a semi-sweet, dry red wine. Very delicious. It should go very well with the beef today.
Wonderful. Let's head to Bear Creek Winery and see what they have to offer.
Bear Creek is a winery, a brewery, a lodge with cabins, and then we are an events and wedding venue. My mom started with just the lodge here. She started with one suite and one cabin. She'd only been to like one bed and breakfast her whole life. But she went to one and thought it was really fun. And then I came on board about 13 years ago, and I decided that we needed the winery and kind of an experience. You know, we just have done everything ourselves. And we have live music every Saturday and Sunday. And we have lots of small plates and really great pizza and things like that too. I mean, if you're gonna make anything work, you have to just constantly live it and breathe it. So, you know, part of our slogan is that we were born in the Ozarks and we were born in the Ozarks. We're all from here for generations of my family. I mean, we've always been kind of tourism based, you know, from people that are visiting the Ozarks and visiting Branson, but we don't necessarily want to be a large-scale winery or a large-scale brewery, just a really great place to visit, you know, with fun local things.
Right. Yeah. That's a little sweet to
Very
it.
smooth. Ooh, that's good. Jody, what's the one piece of meat that you put in the pan?
I forgot to grab oil or fat, so I'm getting a little fat for my sauteing.
That's smart.
Ah.
It's not working, but.
All right, Chef Kimsha, you now have 30 seconds if you would like to go back to the pantry for additional items. Your 30 seconds
thank
begins and now.
My thought process and extra 30 seconds in the pantry is exciting, but what I wanted to do was share it with Jody so he can go get a couple of things since he was the one that's penalized because I want him to create a dish as equally delicious as mine.
Do you want something, Jody?
Oh, okay.
You sure?
I love a little. Just
Go
give me a
get
little
it.
oil.
Go get it, go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, chefs, there is 15 minutes on that clock. 15 minutes.
We got cabbage, we got nice mushrooms, and
It's not going
My thought process was was to go an Asian style, but like I stated, there was nothing left there. So what I had to do is maybe create something in between the balance of our savory dishes of what we do at my restaurant.
so Chef Jody put sliced it thin and put it on the grill. Did you fry that cheese? What was in the fryer?
Cheese, just bread, panko, and fried it.
Smart.
Little pommes frites, but I don't know if I'll use them or not.
Okay.
Maybe.
I like the color going on.
Kimsha has always have a
Yeah.
pretty plates
Very
that she
pretty.
makes.
We're at 3 minutes, chefs. 3 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna ask you, how did you use the ginger?
What I did was I seasoned it off in here with my beef, and I also used it into my sauteed noodles and vegetables, and also with the puree with the beets. I put it in the blender over there.
Okay, so you used it several times.
Yeah,
okay.
several times. And I'm hoping you can taste it.
Yes, with my type of cuisine, I really don't use a lot of those ginger salt. We don't use that, but it's a very good flavor. I like how it tastes. I might have to incorporate it now.
Got a question for you, Jody.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you're in a competition. You want to win. If you win this competition, what would you do with $3,000?
Savings account.
Savings
I
account.
got a 3-year-old. You know, college is
go.
going to be, tuition's going to be expensive. So.
Yep.
30 seconds. 30 seconds remains on that clock.
And Kimsha, what's that? What are you gonna do with $3,000 if you win?
I'm gonna take my family on a little vacation because the 4 of us, we work extremely hard down there,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Well done, chefs.
job,
Well done.
guys.
Those plates look fantastic. Chef Jody, you are up first. Please explain to the judges your amazing entree here.
So I kept the beef simple, don't want to mess with that too much. I took the cheese, just breaded in panko, and I used a little bit of the crystallized ginger. I actually tried to use on the pear, and I just grilled that real simple. Threw some mushrooms on there. I was gonna have some pommes frites, but they end up kind of being ugh. So.
The pear and the ginger, you can definitely taste.
Yeah, very good.
I like this. I'm glad you put it back in the plate. I wish you had a little bit of green.
I didn't think to grab garnish for the plate or.
Also, for entree, I like it. I think in this almost more of an appetizer. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, Chef Jody.
Yeah, thank you.
Chef Kimsha, it's your turn.
I know.
Give us a little insight into what you've created.
Well, what I created, I originally was going the Asian theme, but I looked over on Jody. He took all the Asian seasoning, so I had to think of something quick. So what I did was I made a puree of the turnips and the cheese and the ginger. Then I went ahead and I cut up some cabbage, the Korean apple, some carrots, and kind of seasoned them off a little bit and made like a little kind of a slaw. Kind of browned off my meat and put that on top, and with some roasted peppers.
I really like the puree. It has a lot of flavor. The meat, would you say again, it could have a little more salt? Is that? It's cooked really well.
Well, thank you.
And a little lemon.
Well, okay.
Zest, maybe that would bring that up.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
telling you, that would bring that up.
That'll bring it up a little bit.
Because of the vegetables that you use, the lemon would bring that.
Okay.
Chef Kimsha, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The judges have a lot to talk about while they deliberate. Chefs, we ask again that you please leave the kitchen. All right, the chefs are away, the judges shall play. Let's talk.
Chef Leong, what do you think about Chef Jody's dish?
Well, you know, the meat was seasoned correctly, but it was way overdone. The thing I think about both competitors is when they serve this in a restaurant, all the food was cold. Yeah, I know we're in a competition, but you know, you're cooking for judges, and it needs to be cooked at the optimum temperature.
I 100% agree. That was my first thing when I took a bite. It was very flavorful, but it was cold.
He had good flavor, and I actually did really like his presentation. I think it was more complex with what he actually ended up doing, but because he was standing there, then he could have even done more.
Correct.
And he knew that. That's why he said that.
So now,
So what
going
about
back to Kim.
Chef Kimsha?
I thought it was definitely more simple, but she still had a lot of flavors in there.
Correct.
Simple to prepare.
Yeah.
But in flavor, it was pretty complex.
Yeah,
Actually.
because it had, you know, carrots, cabbage, mushrooms, and turnips.
I'm not sure how it all went. I mean, it tasted good, each one, but like together.
Yeah, and I really, to be honest with you, I think they were underperformed both. They both underperformed in my point of view.
Lots to discuss, but we're going to be getting ready to bring our chefs back in. So we will finish the deliberation and come up with a winner.
All right, awesome.
All right, chefs. The judges have deliberated. They've decided on a winner from the last round, but now it's time to show your sweet side as we move into our final round for the episode, which is the dessert round. In this round, you will have 25 minutes on the clock to craft the perfect dessert using new mystery ingredients. You will have full use of the pantry the entire time, as well as the spice rack. For this round, you will be needing to design a gluten-free dessert.
He stated they were gluten-free. I was kind of blown away because in my restaurant, I really do not do a lot of gluten-free meals. I was extremely nervous. I didn't know how I was going to transform anything that was in that basket.
All right, chefs, are you ready to see your mystery ingredients? Here we go. For your gluten-free dessert, you must include a gluten-free blueberry muffin from Sisters in Time, black cardamom pods, and orange peel powder from Chabom, chocolate and fresh blood oranges. All right, chefs, this is your final chance to wow the judges. Are you ready? Your 25 minutes starts now.
For French. Is you like a custard?
So I was really nervous when before they were revealing the baskets and the secret ingredients this time, just because he had announced that it was going to be a gluten-free dessert. The only thing that I was prepared to do was a crepe, and there was no gluten-free flour in the pantry, and I knew that. And so it was looking pretty rough.
So Chef Kim's going some avocado into the mixing bowl.
Yes, I should have probably put it in the food process.
Chef Jody,
You know,
what's happening?
I told you I haven't done desserts in quite some time. Been practicing crepes for the last 2 days. No gluten-free flour.
Chefs, we've got 15 minutes on that
No
clock.
crepes.
You're doing great, guys. It's time for another food joke.
All right, lay it on me.
All right, what does a nosy pepper do?
A nosy pepper? I don't know what.
Gets jalapeno business.
Ah.
Joey, tell us a little bit about our dessert tray that we have here today and who we're getting to sponsor that, and then the pairing that we have.
I'd be happy to. Okay, so Neighbor's Mill provided us another great setup. So today we're gonna be having our judges have the option of having our salted caramel, our pumpkin cream cheese muffin,
Great.
our carrot cake, our berry Danish, our, of course, brownie.
A brownie, not to be confused with a brownie.
Correct, because it's got a cookie and a brownie.
Look at this feast.
Oh yes, what would you like? You want them right here on the table?
Just
we don't have
leave it
plates
right
for
here.
this. There we go.
Neighbors Mill and Chabom as sponsors for us, been so good to us.
Yes. Let's find out more about our Spice Rack sponsor, Chabom Teas and Spices.
Okay, well, we are at Chabom Tea and Spice on Commercial Street. We've been here for about 4 years now. We have a vast selection of teas and spices. We carry white tea, oolong, green tea, black tea, and herbals. So all of the caffeinated and non-caffeinated teas. And then we also have various different spices. We have spice blends, just the regular herbs on their own. We have herbal supplements, things that you can add to your smoothies, and all sorts of salts and sugars. But we also carry a lot of tea accessories, and we have some teas that you can't find very easily in Springfield for as cheap here, like matcha. And we also have some really nifty teapots, and got some cast iron stuff. If anyone needs help with brewing tea, any instructions, any little tips and tricks, we'll help you out. We have a lot of local products here at the shop. We've got different ceramics from local vendors, and we have different soaps. We have tinctures and herbal supplements that are locally made as well. This is a great place to come to adventure into cooking and into different teas. It's a nice place to come to whenever you just kind of want to take a break from the busyness of life, because whenever you come in here, it's got a very nice, chill vibe. A lot of people really like the shop and they come in here very often. You can always find something here to take home. Definitely a very cool place to come hang out.
Jody, are you making some kind of a French toast twist?
Yeah, totally.
All right.
Yeah, doing a little French toast.
Did you make your own syrup? Was that?
Yeah, a little bit of, I was trying to use the blood orange and the cardamom.
That's great.
My first thoughts as I saw the ingredients were, oh no, cardamom pods. And then shortly after I was like, okay, blood orange, we'll incorporate it into a blood orange sauce, you know. And so that was where I first started, that's where the wheels first started turning on that. And then I thought, you know, throw together some kind of whipped cream, you gotta get a topper. And I was just trying to build this time and not leave my plate so simple as it had in the past rounds.
Kim, were you doing a mousse, or what were you doing with the?
We're gonna make a little fried cake. We'll see if it's gonna work. If we can get this to work out.
When I revealed the mixed basket ingredients, I had an idea of what I wanted to create, and I wanted a dessert. I wanted to make a cake. But as I looked in the pantry, like I said, there was no gluten-free flour. It just was not gonna work. And as I processed on, I make a crumble. That was not going in the direction I needed as well. So it was, I think that was a very tough round for me.
You know, 10 years ago, someone said gluten-free. I would have said, I didn't know he was in jail.
No.
That was a good one.
So Kim, at your restaurant, what kind of desserts do you serve?
What dessert? We serve cheesecakes, all kinds of Southern style cakes, pies, anything I can create in there quick and it looks really good.
Anything gluten-free?
I can't hear you.
Could be it.
Well, I can't. What did he say? I don't know what he said.
He said anything gluten-free.
No,
If you can't hear it, that's for
No.
answer.
No.
Chefs, we've got 5 minutes on that clock.
Looks like Chef Jody tried to make a little quenelle on the
Quenelle. There you go.
3 minutes on that clock, chefs. 3 minutes, okay?
You guys got this.
You got this. All right, need some chocolate sauce too.
Yeah. This is really the winning one that she's going to 2 points.
I know.
This place is fire.
Make sure all the ingredients are utilized in your dish, guys. All right.
Clean up the plates, yes.
Yeah.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, great job, chefs. Honey Chile Please.
Yes.
Chef Kimsha, you are up first. Please
thank you.
explain your exquisite dessert.
Well, exquisite, I don't know. But what I did make and tried to make was I went ahead and took the muffin and broke it down. I was really trying to toast it, but it wasn't going in the direction I needed to. So what I went ahead and did was added an egg to it to make it kind of more of like a cake batter, and I fried it in some oil. And I went ahead and took an avocado with the chocolate chips and I ran it through the food processor to make a pudding. And I used some of the orange zest in it as well and a couple of orange preserves in it. And then I went ahead and made some chocolate, melted down the chocolate syrup and drizzled over the top of it.
The taste is there.
Thank you. The look isn't, but I'm sorry.
To be honest with you, I mean, it doesn't look as appealing as a nice dessert, but when you eat it, there's a lot of components coming into play.
Right.
I taste the blood orange, I taste the zest.
Okay.
I taste a little bit of cardamom.
Well, things I would have done a little bit different was, when you macerate your fruit, the strawberries or with the blood orange, that would bring out the sweetness of the berries that you're using. Unfortunately, whether you use another vessel to hold this, it just looks like a brown, pile of chocolate.
Yeah,
Right.
I know.
So, but it's got the flavor, unique. I like how you use the avocado and the chocolate chip. I would probably have maybe melted the chocolate into the avocado instead of the chip.
Well, it would have kind of
almost make like a mousse.
Yeah, I think it would have made it kind of the hot into the avocado would have solidified
Gotcha.
it.
I see what you're
so
trying
that's
to
why I
do.
didn't do it.
Well, thank you so very much, Chef Kimsha.
Thank you.
Chef Jody, you're up. Please explain your delicious-looking dessert to the judges.
Okay, started on the whipped cream. I was just like, just start some whipped cream. But as I started to get into it, I was like, hey, let's turn this into like a little fancy French toast. I took the blood orange juice and I kind of tried to reduce it a little bit. I also incorporated that sauce into the whipped cream as well as the chocolate, and then did a chocolate drizzle, garnished with the berries and the mint.
I like the flavors. I think you just need more on the French toast. The blood orange, I would like to have seen a segmented orange, blood orange would look really nice in there as opposed to just a orange with a peel on it going on top.
Yes, I think when I saw you putting the different things in the whipped cream, I got really excited. I think you could have put more, like don't be afraid of the flavor. Also with the syrup, like more of that, because you can taste it in there, but that coming out, I think would enhance it all.
Great, thank you so much. Chefs, we ask that you now leave the kitchen. All right, the chefs are gone, so let's chat.
Chef Anna,
Well, I think
elaborate on Chef Kim then.
yes, Kim had amazing flavor in that dish. She got thrown by that gluten-free.
But I think it threw them off of what they were visioning, what you made.
Well, I saw Kim, actually trying to do different things with the ingredients, and more so than Chef Jody. And I think he was a little bit more reserved on it, but his presentation was much better looking. It just lacked flavor. It just he just didn't carry it farther enough to give that punch.
It lacked. It didn't.
Did it gel all the different things that were on that plate? Did the flavors go well together? What was
there was not enough. It did, but as a dessert,
it wasn't satisfying.
Was that it? I mean, that's what I would left you thinking. Well, could have been better. All right.
Great, got a lot to talk about.
Yep.
But let's bring those chefs back in. All right. Chef Kimsha, Chef Jody, both of you guys have really brought the heat this competition, but For one of you, it's the Endive the line. Let's talk about the journeys that we've seen today.
Chef Jody, I really enjoyed your presentation on all 3 dishes. I think you did a very, very good job with that. Looking at the appetizer, I like the flavors. I like how you grilled that endive. That was very good. I think with that feta, you could have maybe fried that something else, you know, with that. But then when you move on to the entree, you did fry that cheese, and that was really good. And then with the dessert, again, beautiful presentation. With flavors, I think you could have used more portion size. I personally like small plates, but when you look at this as a whole, doing an appetizer, a main dish, and then a dessert, having a little bigger portions. But overall, very, very good job. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
Chef Kim, you know, you had wonderful flavors. I loved the way that you used the ingredients. Your first appetizer was a little bit big and uneven on the cutting of the beef. You had some hard pieces and then some nice, more tender pieces of the beef. Entree dish was the best one of the competition. Your meat was cooked properly, and I liked how you used the puree. And dessert, I think you had a little trouble with the gluten-free. I can understand that. I loved how you used the avocado and the chocolate chip. That was very innovative. Overall, I think you did a great job.
Great. So Chef Angelo,
All right.
we can only have one winner.
We can only have one winner, and this is one of the closest ones we have. I'm gonna kind of give you guys the point tally also, so you'll understand how close and how hard our jobs were. You know, because you guys were pretty much matched up. So obviously, Chef Kim, you won the appetizer round, and on the entree round, you guys tied, and. And then the dessert round, when it comes to the dessert round, it was decided by 1 point. Okay? So by saying all that, tonight's winner, or today's episode's winner, is Chef Jody. What?
Congratulations, Chef Jody.
Thank you.
Upon finding out I was the winner, I just was in disbelief. I thought he had accidentally said my name. I did not believe I was the one that won that competition. So, yeah, I get another chance to showcase what I can do.
One thing I would love to try to eat in your restaurant. I think you have a great passion for cooking. You know, some of the ingredients and flavors that you were coming out with were really right on there.
That's what I want to kind of go back to it. Your passion and what you do is amazing. You know, your dessert, if there was a little bit of more presentation on your dessert, things could have been different, but that presentation kind of killed you today.
So Chef Kimsha, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your passion and your talent with us here. Even though you're not going to be joining us for the semifinals, I know that none of us here will soon forget the name Honey Chile Please.
I know.
Or the master chef that is in charge of that ship.
I didn't feel like upset. I felt okay with it because, you know, it's the judges, you know, they know what their palate, they know what their eyes, they know what they want. And I think it was a decision that, you know, they had to make, and because it was about 1 point. And like I said, I'm the type of person, if I see a presentation, I know that it wasn't there, but it kind of makes you feel like, let me go back to the drawing board and start all over and do something totally different, go from there.
Chef
She
Jody,
just had it.
You are a winner today. We're so grateful for you to be here. Are you excited?
Yeah.
So thank you. We will be seeing you in the semifinal rounds.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope you join us next time when 2 chefs battle it out right here in the GreyRocks kitchen. We'll see you next time on Show Me Chef.
As they ate her food and described her flavors, I was jealous and intimidated. I was like,
not knowing is probably the hardest part of what they're gonna throw our way.
I didn't compete at my highest today, and I got the win. You know, I've got some things I need to work on for the next round. I'm happy with 2 of my plates, you know, but I still have something to prove.